Он sięgał w podłogę.
You may be seated, Mr. McLean.
Sit down, Bill. I think you know Mr. Austin, the deputy director.
Yes.
This is Mr. Morehouse, who represents the National Security Council.
Mr. Morehouse.
It's our function to advise the president on all matters of security.
McLean, we've completed our inquiries into the David Martin case. Before I advise you of our findings, I'll tell you that our recommendations have been reviewed in Washington and upheld.
We've really looked for extenuating circumstances.
In spite of your record, your years of experience, and because of a friendship, you deliberately suppressed evidence against Dave Martin which could have jeopardized our entire operation in Berlin.
It wasn't a question of suppressing evidence. I felt that Martin had a right to be heard.
Then it's a pity he didn't exercise that right instead of defecting.
Mr. McLean, our only concern is the service, and it should have been yours.
What the hell do you think I've been doing the last 20 years?
Bill, you know very well you should have pulled Martin in the minute you got that evidence.
I didn't believe those reports.
The least you could have done was to cover yourself. Like, tell me what was going on, what you were trying to do.
There are rules, you know, and they have values.
You gentlemen know Washington. I'm a field man. I don't need you to tell me about values.
Come on now, take it easy.
No, you mentioned my years of experience, first-hand experience. Well, those years and that experience told me that I could trust Martin. Not only that, but... Oh, well. Come on, lay it on the line. Let's get it over with.
Mr. McLean, you are dismissed from the Central Intelligence Agency immediately. You will receive your severance and accrued leave pay as provided in the agency's regulations. You will leave your credentials here with us, and you will have no further contact with this organization. You may not apply for employment with any other bureau of the Federal...
McLean. Given us 20 years of his life. 20 good years. Cost him his wife, his family. I just hate to see him go this way.
Well, what else could we do?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Charles, I'm sorry to have kept you.
Not to worry.
Let me introduce you, Mr. Austin, Mr. Morehouse.
yes.
This is Charles Grin.
Glad to know you, Mr. Gridden.
I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to meet before. You understand we're in no position to thank you publicly.
Murphy bought the scheme.
Yeah, but it was your idea.
Well, we're really delighted with the way things are working out.
Thank you.
Well, if we're going to make that plane, we'd better get over to the hotel and check out.
If you just give me a minute to talk to Charles, then I'll come over and take you to the airport, huh?
Right. Mr. Gridden?
Bye.
Good day.
Bye. Must be something big to bring them over.
Well, I did want you to meet him, but that wasn't why I called you.
What is it this time? A thief? An informer? What?
I've got a problem in Turkey.
How much?
$15,000 cash. It's a thief.
When?
Well, it looks like it should be arrived in a week or so.
You know, I think I'll recommend to our American colleagues that we charge you interest on their donations.
And have some ambitious congressman get hold of it? Oh, boy. International investment bankers donate money to Uncle Sam for shady espionage deals. Boy, with that, we could really make the front pages.
Send me another one over to the table, please.
A beer, please.
Now I know my luck's run out.
Surprised?
Why should I be? I spotted you at Festival Hall.
I didn't think you saw me, Willie.
Oh, I've been tailed by experts.
Yeah, you remember me. That's good.
That's bad. You're Greek, and I forget your name. Fortunately.
Venaxis, George Venaxis.
I thought you were in Berlin now.
I was, but you've got to move about a bit these days. Think big, you know. Travel if you want to sell. Yesterday, Berlin. Today, London. Tomorrow.
I'll go impress somebody else. I'm not in the market.
Willie, I've got something big.
Like that deal you fouled up for me in Vienna?
Was it my fault if one or two details went wrong?
In one word, yes.
Anyway, I've got something really big.
Oh, come off of it, will you?
That'll be 19 shillings.
Well, just
and
let it ride, dear, please.
Willie, you got to believe me.
Why?
You need a break, don't you? After what happened in Berlin.
What do you know about that?
That's why you were brought to London. It was a frame-up, Willie, you know? Sure. The Russians faked that evidence against Dave Martin. They knew you'd stand up for him. Ah, yes, they're clever. Then before you can do anything about it, he's defected. Defected? They shipped him out in a box, Willie. They get their photographs of him, they break him down, then he's murdered. It's a smear job, stands out a mile. Martin was lucky he got his fast. You, Willie, you got to spend the rest of your life with that big question mark they put on you, huh? You're a big man, a proud man. So they use lies to kill you.
Now prove it.
I'm just saying. That's what happened. I can't prove it.
That figures.
Well, don't let it worry you, Willie. We all make mistakes.
Well, you just made another one. My friend here wants to pick up the check.
Oh, wait.
That'll be 19 shillings and sixpence, please, sir.
Keep the change. Willie, I'm trying to help you. When I find out you got troubles, I say to myself, of course, Willie can help himself and help me too. I've got Rafe Maciek. It's true. Willie, I swear.
If Maciek wanted to come over, he'd come first class, not your route.
He had no choice. He was in Bulgaria when he found out he was for the high jump. He got out with simply what he had in his bag.
Brother, when you dream one up, it's really good.
Look, why should I lie to you? I've got Maciek. I've taken a hell of a chance to get him here. I'm trying to help you. If you don't want to be helped, all right. The hell with you.
The hell with you, too.
Evening, sir. You understand?
Yes.
Take this. Let us know when he leaves.
Okay.
The little one with the moustache.
Là, monsieur.
You know what Maciek wants?
Quatrième.
Protection.
Faites vos jeux, messieurs, dames.
And for that, he'll talk.
Rien n'a pas plus.
And for that, the CIA will pay money. A lot of money.
Well, don't pester me. Go to the CIA.
But how could I? Me? They wouldn't let me in the door. And that's why I need you, Willie. To make the introduction. And for that, just for that, Willie. Do you know what I'm going to do? From the money, we go halves. You might get a chance to square yourself, you know. Maciek may know who framed you. And even if he doesn't, he's still quite a catch. I mean, you bring him in, they've got to be impressed, huh?
They'd be impressed as all hell if they found out I was getting half the loot.
Don't tell them.
Cinquième boule.
Just take the credit.
Faites vos jeux, messieurs, dames.
I don't know. It sounds like a good deal, but I can't buy it. Swing it alone, George. Then you can go back to Greece and buy yourself a few ships.
I'm not Greek. I've told you 1,000 times. I'm Macedonian.
Rien n'a pas plus.
I could never live in Greece, not even with money.
14.
Scotch and water, please.
Ice?
Naturally. I suppose you want me to buy you a drink now.
It's your turn, Willie.
Le carré
A beer for my friend.
Whiskey,
pour les employés.
if you're buying.
Looks like another scotch.
Right.
With water, no ice. A double.
You'd better keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
Willie, I've sweated blood getting Maciek this far. I racked my brains trying to think of the best way to hand him over. Then suddenly, I hear you got problems. Well, don't you understand? I've got the one thing that can help you. Why don't you believe me? You know what the trouble with you is?
Look, I've taken all the advice I can get in one day. Now get lost, will
Think it
you?
over, Willie. You need me. There may not be too much time.
Let's see that.
Lousy Russians. Now do you believe me? Willie, I got to get cleaned up. Let's go to your place.
That'll be the day.
I'll come anyway. If you don't let me in the lace hell. You got a good heart, Willie. I always said. Nice flat. You always stay in a flat?
Yeah, more privacy than a hotel.
Especially with the women, huh?
You live.
Still don't believe me, do you?
I've stopped thinking about it. I've retired.
And you better start thinking about this, Willie. How are you going to manage for money, eh?
I'm not broke.
Not so rich you can thumb your nose at $25,000.
Fix yourself a drink.
Thanks. Mechek already paid me $5,000 to get him out of Bulgaria. Now he says he wants to go to America. I say, okay, but that's $10,000 more. He promises to pay me when I get him there.
Working for promises? You? That's novel.
I know he's got money in Switzerland, so I gamble. Then I get the idea. Why not sell him as well as deliver?
To think about it, maybe you're not Greek. That sounds more like a Romanian.
Huh?
Well, you know the difference between a Romanian and a Greek, don't you?
No, what?
Both of them will sell their grandmother, but the Romanian delivers her.
Oh, really? You've got to be my partner, eh? Listen, the CIA has to pay $50,000 for him. Well, he's worth more.
I thought you said Machek was coming up with 10,000.
That's right.
Why isn't that in the pot?
Ah, really, be reasonable. That's mine. You get half the money from the CIA.
Now the hell with it. Come on, blow.
Listen, Willie, you're a friend. This could be your chance to prove it. You'd be helping your country.
Don't wave the flag at me. I went for that stuff all my life, and look where it got me. Okay, big shot, out.
Willie, I don't give up so easily. You'll see. Tomorrow I'll convince you.
Drop dead.
Die to your vote.
brothers, I say. Brothers, when you drive a pile into the ground, you drive a shaft of new life into England.
Yes, well, if you're thinking of driving any shafts, keep them to England.
How about a drink?
I don't mind if I do.
In my place?
Well, that's fast, even for an American.
I don't like crowds.
Me neither.
Cab, sir? No, thank you. Good night, sir.
Ah, it's cold, isn't it? Give over.
All right, talk.
Talk.
And don't kid around.
Oh, why does it always have to happen to me? Are you a sort of policeman?
No, I'm not. Now, look, this is for you. If you come up with the right answers.
Like what?
Like who were those men that you signaled to in the car?
I don't know what you're on about, I'm sure.
Don't make me get rough, baby.
Oh, lovely.
A friend of mine was shot on your tip-off.
Shot?
Yes, dead.
But they said that...
What?
Well, these men just wanted to know when he was leaving. Like he might go out another way or something. I thought it was a joke, more or less, you know.
Yeah, well, my friend didn't die laughing.
No.
Why did they come to you?
I don't know. I was there, I suppose.
Who were they?
I've never seen them before. They just gave me this money and told me what to do, so I did it, and that's all I know. I'm sorry about your friend.
All right, keep it.
But what about the drink?
Some other time.
Thank you.
Albert, go with Bob and please pick up the fabric that's coming in from Italy. I need it later.
Okay, Miss Sebastian, and I've got to make a few deliveries first.
Cindy, I've been all over town, and these gloves are the best I could find on such short notice. The next time you open in a new show, give me a little more time to get it done up properly.
Olga, darling, you're making it too long. Cindy, you must make up your mind. This is the third time I've pinned it out.
Hello?
Is this the Gina Boutique?
Yes?
Miss Sebastian?
Speaking.
My name is William McLean. I'm a lawyer, Miss Sebastian, and I must see you to discuss a personal matter.
What's it about?
I can't give you the details over the phone, but I will need identification and a signature.
Mr. McLean, I'm busy all day. May I come to your office this evening?
Actually, it'd be more convenient if I could call at your flat. I'll be out most of the day.
Why, yes, that'll be fine. After 5:30?
Thank you. Could you give me the address, please?
Yes, it's 38 Carter Street, third floor flat over my boutique.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Nikolai Volkov. I take it the name is not wholly unfamiliar.
No. I just didn't realize that London was part of your area.
I have important business to attend to here. I want Maciek.
But why her?
We felt it might make you a little more cooperative. I believe in your country it is called a frame-up.
have a William McLean on the line.
Tell him I'm not in.
Yes, sir.
Miss Simpson, change that. Tell him I am in, but I won't take the call.
Very good, sir.
Tell Jim to get hold of the others, will you? I've got some new slides for them to look at.
May I help you, please?
What is your next flight to Paris, please?
12:45, flight 187. Just one seat, is it?
Yes, just one way.
Girl, age 26. Used to be on the game. We picked her up a couple of times. Was badly beaten up and shot. The flat was rented by, William McLean, an American.
All right, put out a call for him. Is there a photograph of him in the flat?
No, sir.
I'll see if he's on the file at records.
Right, sir.
That'll be £9.08, please, sir. No luggage?
No.
We'll find gate clear around the corner.
Thank you.
Will passengers for BEA flight 187 to Paris now go to gate B. BEA flight 187 now loading at gate B.
We'll have mosaic blow-ups made of each shot and then try to spot any similarities in the faces. Before we send these shots to Washington, I want all of you to check them under magnifying glass and see if you can spot any familiar faces. Take over, will you?
Okay, man.
Yes?
Sir, I've got an urgent call from the security chief at the Air Force Base at Ricelip.
Tell him I'll call him back, huh?
But he says it's very urgent. He insists on talking to you, sir.
All right, put him through.
Murph, if you've got one brain in your head, listen to me. Don't hang up.
McLean. What the hell are you up to?
Have you ever heard of Rafe Machek?
Machek?
That's right. And I've got him. He's all set to come in and give you everything he knows. Now, what's it worth?
Are you crazy? Where are you?
Well, that's my business. I'm taking one hell of a chance on this. Are you going to see me? Yes or no?
Bill, I don't know what's gotten into you.
I'm telling you, I've got Machek. Now, do you want him?
You're damn right I want him.
All right, but this is going to cost you $50,000.
Boy, you are nuts.
Okay, I'll peddle him to someone else. From now on, it's strictly business with me.
50,000, that's a lot of money.
Then forget it.
And wait a minute, you come over and we'll talk about it.
Not there.
All right, I'll take that suite at the Royal Garden Hotel. Now, you get there about 2:30 and we'll work something out.
Don't cross me, Murph.
I won't.
And be alone.
Will do.
Attention, please. This is the last call for BEA flight 187 to Paris. Will passengers please go to gate B now?
Machek.
Machek, Rafe, age 46, born Ukraine, December 8, 1920. Number 2 man in Soviet International Intelligence. Hires and fires.
Yeah, I know all that. What was the last contact we had on him?
Bulgaria. He was spotted in Sofia 2 weeks ago.
Dave, what would you say if I told you that Machek was right here in London?
I'd say you were due for some home leave.
Well, check it out, will you?
Right?
Get me Charles Gridden.
May I come in, sir?
Sure. The maid.
I thought we said alone. Who's your friend?
This is Charles Gridden, a well-known financier here in London. Come in, Bill. Mr. Gridden represents a group of wealthy Americans. A public-spirited group, we call it. They help out when we need money.
Now, don't tell me that the CIA is broke.
No, that's not the point. Mr. Gridden's organization deals in cash. No leaks, no records. I thought it best to handle it that way.
You mean you'd hate to have to explain this kind of a setup to some nosy congressman? Oh, Murph, you really cover yourself.
There are certain distasteful situations when it's helpful for the agency to have private funds available.
Sit down, Bill. I told Mr. Gridden of our conversation.
These are just promises, McLean. I can't spend the group's money without proof. We've been cheated too many times.
So I'm supposed to turn over my check and then hope that you'll pay off. Is that your deal?
You can hardly expect us to take your word.
I've checked, Bill. There's no indication that Majek left Russia.
And you want $50,000 on your say-so?
All right, then put the money in a bank in my name. I can't touch it until Murphy clears. He clears after I deliver, okay?
No.
Well, that's not a bad idea, Charles. I mean, I wouldn't clear it unless I got him.
You just told me McLean was dismissed from your organization yesterday. Today, he comes up with Rafe Majek. Well, I'm sorry. I want to see him. You bring him in. Then we'll talk money.
I can't haul Majek all over London. It's too dangerous.
For him or for you?
For him. Volkov is in London.
Nikolai Volkov is here?
That's right. You'll hear about it.
You wouldn't be trying to play both ends against the middle.
I'll check on Volkov. And if it's true, you'd better get Majek to us.
After Mr. Gridden comes up with the money. You want him, I want the money. But I'll tell you this, Murph. I'm ready to take rubles if I can't get dollars.
Very well. Bring him here tonight and I'll pay you.
No, I can't move that fast.
We're wasting our time. He hasn't got him.
You can have him tomorrow.
All right. Tomorrow.
Call me in the afternoon, huh?
Once you've got him, you'll have to protect him the rest of his life. You know that.
Mr. McLean, that you concentrate on your end of the deal.
Well, you just come up with the money. We'll take care of the rest.
As soon as you're ready, let me know.
Yeah. Sebastian?
Mr. McLean?
Yes.
Come in.
Thank you.
Please. Want to sit down, please? You said something about an identification?
Yes, do you know him?
You are a lawyer. Are you George's lawyer?
No. I'm with the Central Intelligence Agency.
He's my brother.
George? I didn't know that. I'm sorry that I have to tell you this. Your brother's dead. He was killed yesterday. I wish there was something that Well, these are yours, and then there's this money.
There's some papers and things in here. There's a receipt for a deposit in a Swiss bank. $5,000 and, I don't know, some cards and things. George asked me to be sure that you got these in case anything happened to him. I hate to have to question you at a time like this, but I must get some information. Your brother was instrumental in bringing someone into London, hiding him. Where, I don't know. George was killed before he could tell me, but it is vital that I find this person.
Mr. McLean, can we talk tomorrow? At the moment, I really can't.
Well, I could come back later this
No,
evening.
no, let it wait till tomorrow, please.
Tomorrow.
I want to get off. Sorry, Gov, it'll have to be the next stop now.
Caretaker here?
Yes?
Is this the back way up to Miss Sebastian's flat?
Yes, but what's this all about?
Well, let me have the key. I want to take a look. I'm afraid she's in some kind of trouble. If not, she'll be down in 5 minutes and tell you herself.
Up the stairs on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
If anything happens, I'll tell the police you held me up.
Yep.
I know McLean was here because I tailed him.
I never heard of him.
He must have told you about Martek.
I don't know.
I want to know, and I don't want to start getting rough.
I don't know.
Come on, just tell me where Martek is hidden, and that'll be that. Where's Martek?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is he?
I don't know. I never heard of him.
You know, and you're going to tell me. I have to stay here all night, so start talking.
Look, take this key down and give it to your caretaker and tell him that you're okay. No, go ahead, go ahead. I'll explain everything to you later. What? Murphy put you up to this? Did he? You must feel like a real hero. You thought you were going to get the Machek before I could turn him over, huh?
Murphy doesn't think you've got him.
Well, you tell him different. And tell him to send you back to school. From here on out, Buster, you'd better stay out of my way. Get it? God help you if you ever bother this girl again. And tell Murphy, Mr. McLean sends his regards. I can't tell you how sorry I am you had to go through that.
Oh, tell me, please, what's going on? Who was he, a gangster?
No. He's an American agent. And not a very good one, I'm afraid.
What did he want with me?
Well, sit down here. That is something that involves George.
Who are you? Really?
My name is McLean. And I used to work for the CIA.
Used to? You told me you were with them.
Yes, well, it's very complicated. Did you ever know what your brother did for a living?
He never told me. But I think I can guess.
I've known George for years. We used to do business together.
Through his import company?
No. That was just a front. No, actually, he sold me information from time to time. Now, this man Machek that this joker was questioning you about, he was a big wheel in Russian intelligence. He defected. Your brother was able to get him out of there, got him into London, hid him.
Where?
Now, that is something that I have got to find out. The Russians killed George before he had a chance to tell me.
But why isn't the CIA helping you?
Well, it's not that simple. May I? Would you?
No, thank you. May I fix your drink?
Yes, indeed you may. I think I need one.
Me too.
Oh, could I use your phone, please?
Oh, please, use the one in the bedroom. Whiskey all right?
Hmm? Oh, yes, whiskey's fine.
With water or soda?
No, just over the rocks.
Huh?
Just ice, please.
Murph, I just put a knot in your tail. I heard. He just called.
I'll bet. What are you doing, hiring thugs now?
It's not easy to get good men nowadays.
It's easy enough to get rid of them now. Now, what did you dig up on Volkov?
Nothing. Oh, by the way, the British police are trying to pin the girl's murder on you. Now, whatever you tried to do in that room must have backfired.
Well, I didn't kill her. That was Volkov. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Well, don't tell me. That's your problem. Call me tomorrow.
Ice. Are you sure?
Here, let me. Sebastian, is that your married name, or?
No. I'm K. Sebastian Venaxas, really. Since I came to England, I've dropped the Venaxas part.
Oh.
You say you were with the CIA?
Yes, in West Berlin.
What happened?
I was fired.
Something to do with George?
No, I had this young fellow working for me in Berlin, David Martin. He's a good man. I liked him. And I trusted him. And then one day, I was sent this evidence that he was selling information to the other side. I couldn't believe it, so I withheld it. I wanted to check it out. And then the news broke. Martin was in East Berlin. See, the Russians gambled that I'd make that mistake, and brother, I made it. You know, withholding the evidence against him.
You were fired for that?
In this business, there's no room for personal involvement, for sentiment. See, I should have reported what was going on. I should have covered myself.
They could have believed you.
No. No, when there's a question mark like that in your record, that is it.
What will you do now? Go back to America?
What for?
Your family. You are married, aren't you?
Not anymore. Oh, it's an occupational hazard, I guess. It goes with a job. So many things that you can't explain, and there's always so much. Mary just, my wife. In the end, she found somebody that stayed put. He's a nice guy. The kids like him. My kids, that is. Why wouldn't they? He saw more of them than I did. Boy, it's all very civilized. Everybody likes everybody a whole lot. Do you have a radio? I'd like to hear the news.
It's there in the bookcase.
Thank you.
One thing I don't understand. Why does this magic concern you now you're out of the CIA?
Well, now that's where George comes in. See, we weren't turning him over out of loyalty. This was for cash, $50,000 worth.
This kind of thing, does it really go on?
It didn't end with Judas.
But selling to your own country.
They pay best. Kay, like I said, there's no sentiment in this business. So if you know anything about Maciek, about where he might be, you tell me, and you're welcome to George's cut.
I don't want it. And I don't believe you do.
Well, don't you bet on that, please.
The police are still making intensive inquiries in the two West End murder cases. They are apparently, I'll read that again. Here we go, we'll find it in a minute. They are particularly anxious to interview an American citizen resident in London, William McLean, who rented the flat in which one of the murder victims, a girl aged about 25, was found.
The police, the CIA, the Russians. You are very much in demand.
No, that's the girl that pointed out your brother to the Russians.
But who killed her?
They did.
In your flat? Why?
To involve me. Mind if I freshen this?
Please.
Kay, I need your help. I've got to track this man down. Now, did George have any contacts, any friends, anybody who might give me a lead? Well, was he involved in any business other than that phony import company of his?
I know that he owns a warehouse. He bought it some time ago as an investment.
Miss Sebastian, what I'm saying must be treated in the strictest confidence. I'm sure you'll appreciate that we work very closely with our American colleagues.
I understand.
You had a visit last night from an American, Bill McLean.
Yes.
But what you said, or did that show concern? What he probably didn't tell you, because he didn't know, is that he's being followed by Russian agents.
He suspected it.
We've had him under constant surveillance for his own protection, but unfortunately this morning he gave our man the slip.
And the Russians?
I'm very much afraid they may still be on his tail. We've got to get to him before they do. So if you have any idea where he might have gone, you'd be doing him a great favor if you told me.
I think your best bet would be my brother's warehouse.
Address?
It's in Glasshouse Walk.
Thank you.
No, wait. If you should get in touch with me, who shall I say called?
We'd very much appreciate it if you didn't mention this visit to anyone. Anyone at all.
Marchek. Benax has sent me. Marchek. Now listen. I'm with the Central Intelligence Agency. We've got to get you out of here.
Turn around.
Marchek?
Step forward. That's enough. Now turn. Will you please tell me who you are?
William McLean.
You were in Berlin, Albrecht-Dürer-Straße, correct?
That's right, I was.
And what are you doing here?
Benaxis asked me to help him.
Where is he?
He's dead. Volkov had him killed.
Nikolai Volkov is in London?
That's right.
Then I'm next. Nikolai always was an ambitious fellow.
No. You're safe. Come on.
Just a minute.
I told you the CIA is ready to take you in.
With open arms, I'm sure.
Now, you're wasting time. All I have to do is to phone Judson Murphy and you'll be on your way to America before the day's over.
I've had enough of being cooped up here. This isn't what I paid Vinaxas for.
Well, he paid a pretty good price doing it for you.
For me? Let's not be sentimental, Mr. McLean. We both know George. He died like he lived, for money. If the Russians had offered more, do you think I'd still be here? One of yours?
No.
Let's go.
What I wouldn't give to be back in my office in Moscow.
It's a little late for that now, isn't it? What do you know about a David Martin?
Wasn't he one of your men in Berlin?
Was he mine? Or was he yours?
I had nothing to do with him.
If Martin turned over any papers to your people, would you know about it?
Of course. Where are we going?
Well, you're going to be staying in one of these boarding houses until I can contact Murphy. Okay.
Why should I trust you?
All right, be my guest. Try it on your own. In 1 hour, Volkov will have you.
Yes?
Good afternoon. We'd like a room, please.
I only take students.
Well, we're doing research at the university.
Well, I suppose it's all right. Hope you like cats.
Yes, I do.
Well, that'll cost you 30 bob a night, bed and breakfast. No ladies allowed after 10 and no transistors. What about your luggage?
I left that at the station. I'll pick it up later.
Oh. Well, you better come inside. Come on, both of you. You can both come in.
I didn't want to move him until you'd identified him.
He's one of ours, all right.
Is this something you prefer us not to get involved in?
Yes, I'm sure we can handle it.
All right, you can have him. Can I give you a lift?
Well, thanks very much, Superintendent.
You know, you Americans seem to be in all kinds of trouble these days. We're looking for one right now who's involved in the murder of a girl.
I'd heard about that. Look, come to think of it, you can help me out.
Miss Sebastian?
Yes,
I'm Superintendent Barnes. May we come in?
please.
Miss Sebastian, this is Mr. Murphy of American Intelligence. Mr. Murphy would like to have a few words with you, and I've come along to assure you that he is a bona fide official. And if you care to give him any information, we'd appreciate it. Mr. Murphy has informed me that the matter he wishes to discuss is confidential, so I'll wait outside.
Thank you. I asked the superintendent to come along because we've been having a lot of trouble lately. Some people have been impersonating intelligence agents.
I'm glad to meet a genuine one because you are the first that's come into my life.
4? Well, I know about 2 of them besides myself, but who was the other one?
He didn't want me to mention his visit to anyone.
Please, Mr. Sebastian, it's very important. I must know. It concerns Bill McLean. We know you've been in touch with him.
The man also said that... He said Bill McLean's life was in danger and he was trying to protect him.
Protect him? We've had nobody trying to protect McLean.
He wanted to know where he might be able to find him. I suggested he go to a warehouse belonging to my brother. Oh, did I do the wrong thing?
I'm afraid you did.
Sorry. Is Mr. McLean all right?
Well, I assume so. Have you any idea where he might be right now?
I don't know.
This man who called, could you identify him?
He was rather tall, well-built, about 45, and had a very nice British accent.
Murph? I've got my check. Now, what about the dough?
Let's get one thing straight first. Why did you shoot Perry?
What?
You killed him. Why?
The hell I did.
Look, you give me Marchek before the police get to you, and I'll do everything I can to clear you.
I don't know what you're talking about. He was dead before we got down those steps. Marchek will confirm that.
Make a great witness, wouldn't he? Oh, Bill, that's the last thing I want him to do, appear in court.
Murph, I swear to you, I did not kill him.
Bill, if you've got Marchek, hang on to him. I'll check with Gridden about your money. Now, you call me back in a couple of hours.
Hello?
Kay, this is Bill.
Bill, are you all right? What?
Kay, I must see you.
When?
You're being watched, so it's not going to be easy. In 1 hour, I want you to be at Whiteley's store in Queensway. You know it?
I'm so frightened. Everything is so... I'm so confused.
I know. And I never thought I'd get you this involved. Did you tell anyone else about that warehouse?
Mr. Murphy.
No one else, then?
An Englishman, he came first.
Name of Gridden?
He wouldn't give me his name. I asked in case you called. He was so convincing, said he was trying to protect you, that you worked closely with the American intelligence, that...
Yeah, that'd be Gridden, all right. Did you tell Murphy about him?
About the Englishman, yes.
Yeah. And he's trying to pin this thing on me, brother.
Did you find Magic?
Yes, he was at the warehouse.
Have you turned him over to the CIA?
Not yet. I'm not sure that Murphy and Gridden are on the level. And Marchek is too valuable to the CIA to lose.
You don't sound like a man who's only in it for money.
Gay, I've got to ask you to do me just one more favor. I want you to contact Murphy. I'll drop you at his hotel. You talk to him alone. No one else. And tell him I'll meet him at 8 o'clock. At the, at the Charing Cross Pier. And tell him any tricks I won't show. Now look here. You take care, huh?
Venite, c'est bon.
Cigarette?
Thanks.
Comfortable?
Yeah, very.
I'm sorry, I really couldn't resist that. Let me see. I'm afraid it's going to leave a scar. Here. Excellent. Get out. You're a man after my own heart, McLean. A real professional. I must ask you to excuse that little lapse. In a general way, I would not presume to do you any bodily harm. What's the point? We could kill you, but I'm sure you would never talk. So, let's be civilized, shall we? We won't do another thing to you. You have my word. Relax. Nothing's going to happen to you. Didn't I give you my word? All you have to do is sit back and relax and watch. Please, me, Kyle. Give Mr. McLean a better view. And how are you, my dear?
I've told them. I don't know where he is.
Still a little dopey, I'm afraid. We gave her something to help her to travel, you know?
Please.
Cigarette. A lighted cigarette. Soaking sin. Again. They say, you know, that if you're fond of someone, you flinch when they're hurt. Do you think that's true? Get out. We will take a long, long time before we are ready to send you to join your brother.
No.
I do hope he'll be able to recognize her.
Please. Please. Help me, please.
Leave her alone! My check for the girl.
Yes. That's a deal.
Take her away. You know St. Margaret's Church?
Yeah.
You will bring my check there at 10 o'clock, 2 hours from now.
Now, wait a minute. You're going to have to do this my way.
Which is?
No one tails me when I walk out of here. Now, look, Maciek is no fool. If he spots one of your men, he'd kill himself. You know that. Now, you'll have to let me bring him in alone.
If you don't have my check, or if you try any tricks...
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the church in 2 hours with Miss Sebastian. I want him. Not a dead girl. Till 10 o'clock. Fix him up.
McLean. What kept you?
Well, if I told you Murph, you wouldn't believe it.
Come on.
Where to?
On the boat. Hurry up.
I'm not going on this thing.
The hell you're not. Now get on board. Okay, Charlie. Push off.
Okay, sir. Right away.
All right, sit down, Bill.
Why all the melodrama?
Well, that was no place to stand and argue now, was it? What's with your face? This is what you asked for. What's the matter? The Russians offer you more?
I can't give you my check.
Why not?
I don't like this setup.
Look, that's CIA money, not Gritton's.
What's with this, boat routine?
Courtesy of MI6. The only way I could get rid of Gritton.
I thought you two were buddies.
You know something? There are times when you can be really stupid.
What else don't I know?
The evidence against Dave Martin that you so cleverly withheld. Where do you think it came from?
Gritton?
You finally got there.
Working both sides of the track, huh?
Yeah, but really theirs. He had a damn good setup. We needed dough that we didn't have to account for. He got his investment group to come across with it. But every time I worked a deal with him, I had to tell him what it was for. Well, it's exactly what he wanted. Boy, he was cleaning up. And the Russians were in on every single thing we did.
And you knew this?
Yeah, knowing is one thing. But proving it, that's the job. When you came up with Marchak, that was the proof we needed. So I decided to get the two of you together. Look, Bill, Marchak is the answer to a lot of things. Dave Martin, you, Gritton, I've got to have him.
Okay, Murph. But this time you do what I tell you. It's 8:15 now. By 9:15, I want that area around K. Sebastian's building cleared. Your men, the police, the works. But, Murph, I mean clean.
Anything else?
Yeah. Now you've got 1 hour. I want 238s in that flat. One back of the radio, that's on a bookshelf. And the other one, there's a plant by the window. Put the other one in that pot, and then get the hell out of there.
This is London, Bill, not East Berlin.
And make sure both of them are off safety. Where have you been? Get your coat on, we're leaving.
Who did this?
Fellow countryman of yours.
Volkov? Are you going to sell me to him?
I told you I'm giving you to the CIA. They've arranged for the pickup.
You have sold me to Volkov, haven't you?
I have not, but so help me, you step out of line just once and I will. Now, come on.
Where is he?
He's had a heart attack. He can't be moved.
Liar. What is the trick?
There is no trick. I wouldn't dare. I want that girl.
That is her. Satisfied?
Do you want Maciek alive? Or do you want him dead?
We would prefer him alive.
Then he needs a doctor. No, I'll prove it. I'll take you to him.
Straight into a trap.
Do you think I'd take a chance like that? I told you, I don't want that girl hurt.
Where is he?
Now, Nikolai, you don't expect me to tell you that. Send one of your men with me. He can see for himself. Look, you've still got me, and you've got her. I couldn't crush you if I wanted to. Take all night, but if you want Maciek alive, you'd better make up your mind quick.
Mikhail, tell Gerard to take her to the other car. Send her back. Until they hear from me. Come with us. If you're lying, nobody will get out of here alive. They have their instructions. If they don't hear from me within half an hour, that girl will be dead. Vadim. Get on.
Хорошо, он здесь.
Vadim.
McLean, you promised you wouldn't.
My dear late and shortly to be lamented comrade, Deputy Director, I'm sorry to find you unwell. The climate, do you think? Never mind. You'll soon be home.
No! No!
Stan.
Svinia! Get out!
All right, help me, help me. Get something to make a tourniquet. We may need several of them. Now you're to call your men and tell them to release that girl. No, you're gonna do it. Because I'm gonna keep pumping bullets into you until you make that call. What's the number?
If you'd like me to do it.
No.
He knows I would. It would be a pleasure.
I can play just as rough as you can. Make the call. All right, put another tourniquet on him just above the elbow. I don't want him to be too weak to make that call. What's the number? The number.
Park. Park. 4143.
Don't forget you have an interpreter.
Park 414. You've got my check. They're to release that girl now.
Ja, pojma. Mačeka. Pusti devučku.
And she's to call here as soon as she's free.
Она придет сюда.
О котором часу вы вернетесь?
В любой момент.
It's all right. They asked him when he'd be back.
What'd he say?
He said any minute now.
Get something from the bathroom to patch him up.
Would you really have done it?
You're damn right I would have. Listen, what do you know about a character named Gridden? Hurry it up. Did Gridden have anything to do with it? Why?
It's all right. Hello.
Bill, it's Kay Sebastian.
For you, Miss Sebastian.
Hello. Hello, Bill. Bill, are you all right? Bill, are you there?
Hello, Miss Sebastian.
Is he there?
Oh, yes, he's in, but he's also out.
Is he all right?
Oh, perfectly all right. Just unconscious.
Why didn't you tell me? Why do you always have to do things the hard way?
I know how your mind works. And I didn't want to get that girl hurt. By the way, Murph, how did Gridden get in on the act?
I don't know. He must have picked up a clue somewhere.
And I know where. You told him.
I had to have him there, Bill.
You knew he'd be armed.
Well, you had 2 guns.
It'd shock hell out of some of those apple pie mothers at home if they knew their taxes went to keep jokers like you on the government payroll.
Well, that's what keeps them in apple pie now, isn't it?
Did Marchek come up with anything on David Martin?
Yes, he said that Dave wasn't working for them. So I've reopened the whole case.
All right.
Don't, Bill. I couldn't stand it.
No, if that was Gridden's, I'd keep it, but yours...
See you around then, huh?
I don't think so.
Don't you want to come back?
No.
What'll you do?
I don't know. Now you take care. And don't forget, any problems, you just give me a holler. Okay?